it's time. It's time for a trial.
Yay.
Let's do it. I'm KrysInColor. This is LyziNoPo.
Hi.
Last episode was on her channel, so go check it out. We basically finished up with the trial, and
have we talked to Mondo yet?
Yes, I believe so. Let's do it.
Hey, come on.
Oh, never mind. Fucking Toko, man. What's got her so worked up? Alright, thank you. Anyways,
what?
yeah.
Everyone's just here to cuss out Toko.
We're, yeah, we got all the evidence we need, so, let's go in that elevator and get ready for the trial.
Okay. We just shot Mondo in the titty.
We have no choice, right? We have to do this.
Why do they keep saying that? Yes.
I gave a small nod in reply. With one last deep breath, I walked towards the elevator on shaky legs.
The elevator wasn't there. I fell down. Game over.
A body had been discovered! Which, with each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. As soon as everyone was on, the elevator began to descend. I couldn't get a handle on my emotions. Couldn't stop speculating.
Same.
Who am I, LyziNoPo?
Mondo has an absurd amount of cleavage.
Stop looking at Mondo's cleavage! The steel box sank with heavy, clunking sounds deeper and deeper into the ground.
Well, if you don't want me to look at Mondo's cleavage, we can look at Toko's weird outline. She has like this little white outline that's just barely there.
Kyoko's looks worse.
Yeah, but that one's just jagged edges. Like Toko's is more obvious because she has so much black and dark hair and bleh.
Still, yeah. As we went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. The elevator was unaffected, however, and continued to descend without hesitation. Until finally, it came to a sudden stop.
I was gonna make a Hot Pockets is done joke from the Ding, but I can't remember if we made that joke or not.
What do you think? I redecorated! Isn't it so fresh? Isn't it so exciting? Doesn't it just put you in the mood? Don't waste your time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with.
Don't waste our time with stupid sentences, Byakuya.
Good. You're raring to go. Gotta say, I don't hate it. Not at all.
Well?
Okay then, let's get this show on the road.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Everyone, please find your assigned seats.
Hopefully I can remember the mechanics, because it has been a while.
Yeah. And so the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial.
You said this last time, Makoto.
He'll say this every single time.
We got a bunch of skills, so...
Let's look over it.
Search of Influence. That's already equipped.
Mm-hmm.
Reduces your aim speed. Effective during the non-stop debate and the Hangman's Gambit.
See if there's anything that helps with bullet time. I don't...
Melodious Voice. That one's effective during bullet time. Well, we already got that one. Increases bullet capacity, effective during the bullet time battle.
That'd be nice.
Did we get that one from Taka?
I think so.
Is that all we got?
I believe so. I feel like we got more, huh? We didn't get a lot of, we got more, skill points than we did, actual skills. Why not? Just put the downshift.
What? Does aim speed, what does aim speed affect? Like, does it make it harder to aim or easier to aim?
I think easier.
Okay.
It reduces the speed of it moving around so much.
How do I...
Alright.
E-handbook, look through the stuff. Truth bullets.
Alright.
Victim was Chihiro Fujisaki. Time of death is estimated to be around 2 a.m. Body was discovered in the girls' locker room on the second floor of the school. The cause of death was a blow to the head with a blunt object. She was killed instantly. Although Chihiro wanted to get stronger, she declined several invitations from Sakura and Aoi, and may have used the locker room late at night to avoid them. Despite this, Chihiro had stated that she desired help with her efforts. She may have been meeting someone in the locker room that night she was murdered.
Sakura's account. Locker room dumbbell.
The dumbbell found on the floor of the girls' locker room has a significant amount of blood on it. Shiro had told anyone willing to listen that she wanted to get stronger. Some assumed that due to her inferiority complex about being weak, she admired strength more than anything else. To unlock a locker room, you need to swipe your e-handbook over the card reader. You need a male student's handbook for the boys' locker room and a female student's for the girls. It is not possible for two people to enter at the same time. Additionally, lending someone your handbook is a violation of school regulations. But not borrowing them, apparently. The handbook of each student that has died is placed in the mailbox in the main hall. One of the handbooks found in the main hall had been broken, which is apparently a rare occurrence. Junko and Sayaka's handbook both seem to still work, so it is assumed that the broken handbook is Leon's. However, Monokuma claims it's very unlikely that Leon's handbook would have broken. Suspected Genocide Jack's victims include Ken Harada, Tetsuhiro Honda, Shoji Gakuman, and countless others. They were killed in the same way and mounted to a nearby wall. The word bloodlust was found at the scene of each crime written in blood. Profiling indicates the killer is likely a student suffering from a split personality. Chihiro seems to have consciously kept her distance from the other girls at the school, even from the beginning. Meanwhile, it had been noticed that she got along remarkably well with her male classmates. The carpet in the boys' locker room was found with a blackish stain on it. That's brown. Blood was found on the poster in the girls' locker room. The poacher...
The poacher?
The poster featured a big-breasted supermodel popular among young boys. Meanwhile, the poster in the boys' locker room was for a boy band with popular teenage girls. Chihiro's handbook was not found on her corpse and has apparently gone missing. Chihiro's body has been suspended, and her hands had been bound with some kind of rope. Her fatal injury was a blow to the head. Sakura mentioned that she was responsible for a coffee stain in the girls' locker room floor. However, the stain had since been inexplicably scrubbed away. Byakuya was known to use this lamp often. However, the extension cord had gone missing at some point, and the lamp's cord couldn't quite reach the outlet. On the night of the murder, right before nighttime, Chihiro was spotted leaving the warehouse. It seems she was stuffing some blue exercise clothes into a duffel bag. Presumably, she was on her way to exercise, but the clothes were not found at the crime scene. Celeste had not told anyone other than Makoto about this encounter. Okay. So,
Alright.
I think we are ready to go.
Yes, give me one. I gotta do two things before we begin. Again, I'm gonna pull up a walkthrough, but Lyzi is going to have
Full control.
yes, and if she needs the help, I will definitely help her out.
And I understand the mechanics a little better. I'm not going to say I'm going to be perfect. I'm not going to say I'm not going to make mistakes. But I should be a little less infuriating. I'm not going to try to shoot Taka down for saying who was murdered. Assuming he's going to do that again.
Right. And number two, Benny, you have to take your rightful place as the overseer of this trial.
Lovely. Okay. How do thing?
Escape.
Okay.
Finished in preps, bro.
So, we got all the stuff. We got all the skills we could. Felt like we unlocked more, but we didn't. Let's go! All rise!
Let's do it.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one,
We all die!
I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon!
The dumbbell! First we have to make clear what was used to deliver the fatal blow.
Do you remember what it was?
I don't know. Bare fist. Oh no, it was the locker room dumbbell.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
I'm just gonna listen to all the stuff because there was a few times.
The killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
Like, there's a few times where I skipped
bet it was
over
an iron
stuff.
pipe. Interesting. That certainly would make for a powerful weapon.
Poor Chihiro.
God, those two share one brain cell and neither of them are using it properly.
The weapon had to be at the scene of the crime. There was something with a blood stain on it. Oh, I'm sorry.
Chihiro's fatal injury.
You're voicing this episode. I remember.
It appears it was.
How
a
do I
head
speed up?
I think it was shift.
According
It was
to
not
the
shift. Was it
Monokuma
control?
file, the kill what kind of blunt? I bet it was an iron pipe.
My bad. My bad. My bad.
Poor Chihiro.
Alright, we're gonna
Don't
do it
speed it
again.
up that much!
Heroes, it appears it was a...
According to the Monokuma file, what kind of blunt instrument? I bet it was an iron pipe.
Interesting. That certainly would...
We'll get there.
Stop speeding it up!
What are you talking about?
According to the Monokuma file, what kind of blunt instrument could it have? I bet it was an iron pipe.
That one was your fault.
Interesting.
You sped it up!
I did not. You could roll back the tape. I was not on it.
What kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
He was asking a genuine...
You think you have some proof that contradicts what I said?
Shoot.
They need to think about it one more time. There must be a contradiction in their statement somewhere.
Okay, so I know for sure it's the iron pipe one.
Yeah, of course.
According to the Monokuma file, what kind of blunt instrument could it have been? I bet it was an iron pipe.
There.
6 times the charm.
Like, I would believe that it would let me reply to either of them, but of course, no.
Dealt the fatal
Break.
blow was the dumbbell found at the scene of the crime.
Break, like Chihiro's
It
skull.
was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell.
Her head didn't look
As far
that
as I'm
damaged.
concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
Why didn't we?
That's so creepy!
How else do you do investigations, guys?
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here.
No!
Let's move on to discussion of the culprit.
No.
Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What? For real?
Who do you think he's gonna say did it?
Toko. And that means that it's not fucking Toko.
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Genocide Jack, the fiendish... the serial killer. Did he really kill Chihiro? New element has been added to the non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more?
Let's do it.
For this debate, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. Truth bullets will disappear if they hit these lines, so think of them as obstacles in your debate. There's a way to keep this white noise from getting in your way. Press the right mouse button to attach the silencer, which you can use to shoot down the white noise. However, if you shoot an actual remark with your silencer instead of the white noise, the time limit will decrease, so take careful aim when you have your silencer out. Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to gentle, then white noise won't appear at all. In which case, you can forget about the silencer and just focus on the situation in front of you. Well then, good luck and have fun. We're set to gentle, aren't we? So that was a completely fucking pointless thing.
No, they still have to let us know. Don't you dare curse out tutorial channel like that. I'll kill you. I'll fucking kill you. We'll have a trial.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
Hey, so, speaking of Genocide Jack, I don't know who that is!
I would love if that were the refute I had to state.
No, that's wrong. I do know.
The thing Byakuya showed me in the archive.
Zip?
One look at that and anyone would be convinced.
Zip?
This is very serious, Krys.
Sorry.
Shows,
Yeah, I'm sorry. When they stopped drawing Chihiro, it got really serious.
It shows that this is the work of Genocide Jack.
The culprit is Genocide Jack.
No, that's wrong.
But that's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
Hey, so,
What? Okay.
speaking of
That's
Genocide
bullshit.
Jack, I don't know who that is!
Did it not hit?
I think you aimed just below it.
Why?
Well, I mean, there's just no proof for it.
There you go.
Jesus Christ!
No, it's wrong.
Sorry, I just had to think about it for another 30 seconds.
I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
Didn't it go missing?
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that for now. More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail.
Why does he never want to share information with anyone?
According to the file, there
How
appear
else
to
do
be
you
two defining
maintain your
characteristics
superiority
in
over
every
others?
Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every
Can I speed
murder.
this up?
Oh. You actually fucking did it! Should we reload?
But more important is the other characteristic. And it's something that has never been made public. It's really nothing else you missed. It's more Byakuya rambling.
I know, but what if there were other characters?
There wasn't.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
We skip right to the
The other characteristic of every Genocide Jack case, which the world at large doesn't know, and we don't know because Krys skipped the dialogue.
No, that's the point. We're telling them.
Okay. If I'm not mistaken, it has to do with the positioning of the body. How the victim was positioned.
I got it!
We missed nothing.
Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way. So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of.
One of us is a cop.
It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way!
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
We've been saying that.
Yes. In fact, it's Toko.
Yeah,
Oh.
He just comes right out and say it.
No mystery or lead up, no 40 minutes of exposition beforehand, just saying it?
Yeah.
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
You lie!
What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has, like, bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Okay, here's the 40-minute exposition.
Another riddle? Man, why's this gotta be so complicated?
You know someone sucks when they make me agree with Hiro.
Yeah. It's a riddle for sure, but I feel like I understand it. What it means for Genocide Jack to be Toko, but also not be Toko. There's just that she's not just one person, but multiple people, right?
Shit, dude.
I can't remember how anything is spelt.
Do you need help?
Yes, because I can't remember what anything is.
C.
I hit C!
Keep hitting it. Why are you yelling at me? I'm helping you! Z. Oh. There you go. So
Now I
mean!
understand.
What the fuck are you doing to you?
Like, it's giving me words that are hard to spell!
Is
That-
it because
okay.
Genocide Jack
I'll be
has a
honest, that is
split
really... That's
personality?
actually difficult.
Huh?
Like, because I don't even think you're supposed to shorten it that way.
Yeah.
There's certain things that if you shorten them, they become offensive. And I think that's one of them.
Yep.
I think I read that somewhere in the file, too. They thought that the suspect might have... What did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
See, I would have gotten it if it would have said that. That would
No,
have
you would
been
have been like, this is too long. Why can't you just say schizophrenic or something?
No, because I care about mental illness.
Oh,
Not enough to
okay.
spell it out.
But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Perfectly acceptable.
Byakuya sucks. I
Toko's
fucking hate
strange behavior
Byakuya
after
in
seeing
this
the
game.
body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
One thing that shows Toko could have a split personality, it has to do with her behavior. Her behavior changed.
I got it!
That's the only
You're
fucking
talking
thing
about
that
how
is
she
related.
started acting totally different than usual, right?
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw
I
Chihiro's
love how they're talking
corpse,
about her,
then,
and she's
when
right
she woke
there.
up,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Yeah. Whoa, is that a dead body? Hey, are you dead? Yeah, we get it.
She must have hit her head real hard when she fainted. Whoa, I feel like I've said this before.
The world has a front and back copy. Blah, blah, blah.
This is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds completely different.
Especially in this flashback.
She was acting funny, that's for sure.
How the hell did that fat man fit in the flashback?
Completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Who does
not to
assume
mention,
my
when
tone?
she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In
Having
other
fun back
words,
there, Benny?
within her is one personality that can handle blood, and one that
Yeah,
obviously
he's having
can't.
fun.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
Man, Toko must be feeling just devastated right now. The one man that she is thirsting over is calling her out for being a murderer. I won't let Genocide Jack have control. I'll drive out the killer, drive out the murderous fiend. I like doing that voice so much better.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep
Celeste
her
is
other
very
personality from
surprised.
getting out.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
How?
Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Ooh.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story.
Oh, come on.
She
This is
said
sad now.
a murderous fiend
Yeah.
lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time.
Man.
And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
Okay, yeah, it's definitely not Toko.
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
You never know.
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
No, because
What?
it's too early in the trial.
You promised. I can't believe you lied.
You
Aww.
have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to. This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale.
Okay, I know Toko is a serial killer, but I feel worse for her. And I hate Byakuya more.
Besides,
Yeah.
you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise,
I'm sorry I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry, never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again.
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me. That's the only reason I promised.
how many times do I have to tell you? I never said that. But you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I tried. I swear I tried to control it.
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person you don't mean.
Aww.
Toko's body suddenly lunged backwards. A huge thud echoed across the courtroom, but in the next second...
Oh no, the crazy one's back. Ah.
Well, hello there. Is it me you were hoping to see?
Yay! Lizzie has more people to voice!
No, I don't, because she's gonna be voicing all this.
Oh no, this is not the last time you see Genocide Jack.
Genocide Jill.
Mm-hmm.
What the heck?
Oh, that's why it always sounded like I was trying to speak with another tongue in my mouth.
Yeah, because you had another tongue in your mouth.
So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
She looks like a frog.
What the fuck is this?
Toko, what happened to you?
Not Toko, that's a loser name, and what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's faults.
Oh god, teeth.
She's so intense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
See, now she has Junko's big tooth.
Her tooth is crooked though.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is
Did you
composed
really even
of a
know,
front and a
Toko?
back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie.
A top and a bottom. Don't talk about Mondo and Taka like that.
Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
This is the murderous fiend, Genocide Jack. This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you. I am the mastermind of all masterminds!
She's not.
Just kidding!
Then it's not
I like
true?
her.
She's great, right?
Of course it's not true. How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid? And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless. I mean, they just let this idiotic, bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town.
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people. It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone. Just kidding again!
Jesus!
This
Good luck
should
voicing
be enough
that.
to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death.
You know, still not buying it.
There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
It's what motive?
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed. Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Yeah, but Toko can't kill.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
She just came in later
Maybe
and
so,
did
maybe
the thing.
so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. But she said, I need to get some more details about all of this.
Alright. Status of the dead body.
There's more and more pictures.
But I didn't kill anyone.
No, that's wrong!
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to
Slow
believe
down.
it?
Yeah, that's
Perhaps if you
spacebar.
had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof do we need?
So am I supposed to shoot contradictions?
Yeah.
Okay.
Give it up. You killed her.
What do you think we've been doing for the
Like,
past week?
I wanted to make sure, because sometimes it makes me question. Okay, I just have to focus on the remembering Chihiro's body that must have the answer. That should prove that what he said isn't quite right.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
What he said.
It said contradictions.
Shoot.
That was the only
the correct one.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you...
Perhaps if you had an alibi. Oh, an alibi!
When you compare your past murders, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof?
What? I've never seen that happen.
You killed her.
How did...
That should count. That should fucking count.
Sorry, but
You say that, but
perhaps if you had an... Oh, an alibi!
When you compare the modus operandi matches completely.
Nope, no scissors.
No,
There you go. There you go. Now you're thinking. Break!
I'm still
Are the
processing
methods of
Chihiro.
murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that. I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you!
Hey, that's not nice. Leave Hero alone.
I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee.
Jesus Christ! Don't shit on Chef Boyardee, man.
No creation of mine.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense.
I love that Sprite.
There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
One clear difference between the murders. In the photos from the other Genocide Jack cases, look at the neck and stomach. Okay. It's the fatal injury, right?
Yes.
I got it!
Because the stuff wasn't written on their
For one,
bodies.
the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors.
There are no scissors here.
But Chihiro died from a blow
Yeah.
to the head,
Ooh.
right?
Those photos have your, the thing you hate. You hate wrist injuries.
I was trying to avoid them.
Yeah.
Like, they aren't that particularly gruesome, so they haven't, like, struck my attention. But,
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, though.
blow to the head.
Yes, that is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right. In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini,
Quit trying to make me hungry,
then
damn!
the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce.
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking?
Thank you, Hero!
It's making me hungry.
So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
Or are you saying that you're hungry? That's right, the second difference is related to how she was suspended. The photos of the other Genocide Jack cases, all the other victims were stabbed through their hands. Here you see a clear difference.
What was used to suspend her?
Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her?
It was rope.
They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them.
Big dick energy.
Specifically,
God, now
pairs of razor-sharp
that I'm
scissors.
actually looking at it.
Just keep going.
And guess what?
Stop.
I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement.
A Sayako Maizono special.
Oh god.
Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use.
I feel like she would have the list more than the normal Toko.
And you know what else? Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's
Big
wrong.
Mac.
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
I'm not big and I don't like that name. Spelled with a C instead of a K.
Listen up, Big Mac. There's
What's wrong with
actually
spelling things
one
with a
more
K?
difference.
Huh?
I can't really say anything because of my name is spelled Lyzi.
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case. There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
A pattern?
figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
What an interesting way to describe Chihiro.
Right.
Let's see. There's a pattern surrounding Genocide Jack victims, and Chihiro didn't fit it. Look at the names of every victim. What you'll notice is... I think I figured it out. I know why she couldn't have killed Chihiro.
Chihiro was her lover.
Well, I mean, if Mono's off with Taka...
Fumi's pointing to pick this one!
I got it!
I'm regaining my health.
Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo! Bullseye! Right on the money!
What are you talking about?
Hero, are you
In all
not
the
paying any
Genocide
fucking
Jack
attention?
cases, all the victims had something in common.
Ken, Tetsuhiro, Shoji, Kano, Takashi... Come on, it's all men.
They were all guys?
That's right! The people I killed with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men!
One of them was like 14.
That's the age of consent in Japan.
I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
The hell is wrong with you?
Oh, but don't worry, I didn't kill any of you, so now you are cute.
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the mopey side of me just hates it!
Hey, so is she!
But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
Hey, so is she!
Please stop comparing me to the serial killer.
So since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Run, Taka!
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid.
Hey, be nice to
I have too
Taka.
much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely, when you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lolly car!
Byakuya, if she was gonna kill... She'd probably pick you.
Lowly? Cur?
Oh no.
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect!
That does make some amount of sense.
Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
There's that too.
One of the guys gets offended by it.
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world scissors!
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that?
Please don't show us where you're hiding them.
Da, 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 da!
I asked you not to.
She's fully equipped.
That's right! So I can kill anywhere, anytime! Why
There's my
would I
thumbnail.
resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side? Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong! You can't, can you? Gutter dogs, all of you! Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. So rope's totally out of the question anyway!
That's a good... That's a good point. If you can't tie a knot...
I have no idea what's going
If you can't
on
do it,
anymore.
you would rather
Could such a
not.
heinous villain really be innocent?
But the body really
Okay.
was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal, and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Actually, hold on. There is one person. One person who could have copied the Genocide Jack cases. Byakuya. Byakuya, because he's the only one that studied this shit.
Oh yeah.
It's Leon!
Oh. Oh, wait. Oh, okay.
Here's my answer.
It is Byakuya.
Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened.
Turn it back on him, baby!
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
For sure.
Then the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it. The adorable glasses man was behind it all. Oh, I'm on fire!
Please calm down, ma'am.
What's your
Man, this is a Wendy's.
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me.
Yes!
Then I
What about
must
bitch
ask,
boy?
When would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Literally the entire fucking game so far.
Looking back and thinking about it now,
It has to be the entire fucking thing!
The body was a little strange.
Locker rooms. They're suspicious, very suspicious indeed. When you agree, suspicious. Like,
It seems nobody searched the locker rooms. Let's start with the girls' locker room.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first.
Zip!
Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
except only 3 people discovered the murder before Monokuma rung out the announcement.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
I fucking will! Clear a contradiction in what Byakuya just said. I need to make it clear to everyone. The element has been added non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Is it actually going to be something that we use?
Yes, okay, so here, check this out. Next, we're going to add something called a truth flashback. If you aim at a weak spot and hold down the left mouse button, then you'll memorize that weak spot. This memorized phrase can only be shot once as a single truth bullet. If you shoot or change the truth bullet, it will disappear from your truth cylinder. However, you can use this flashback feature as many times as you want. If you don't seem to have the answer to a lie or contradiction in your loaded truth bullets, it might be wise to memorize a different weak spot and use that to make your case. When's the best time to flash back? Well, you just have to use your keen wits, won't you? In this case, though, I will say that if you don't use a flashback, you won't be refuting anything. Well then, good luck and have fun. So now we can create our own truth bullets.
Okay, so it was the left one?
Yeah, hold the left mouse button down.
Okay.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
you absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
Except for you, because you only like
The
2D.
victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
The doors were unlocked, genius. Hearing Byakuya's comment about Chihiro being a girl, I realize there's a clear contradiction there. Because it doesn't make sense how he could have known before we'd even found it. Okay, I need to make that contradiction clear.
So, you
so
said
let's enjoy
Byakuya
this.
was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
Hold it down.
But he was
I was
acting
holding it
weird-
down first.
How?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out...
Like, I was holding it down and it didn't do anything.
The victim, what so of course I was... There was no time. What's so strange?
I don't understand half these mechanics.
Yeah, I know, there is a lot. Okay.
So, you said Byakuya was acting
Yeah,
kind
see?
of weird before we
I
found
pressed
the body.
that button and it
But
didn't
he
do
was
anything.
acting weird.
Alright,
If you're
if I
presented
try it.
with the opportunity, that's a natural... The victim, what so of course I...
Hang on, okay. Concentration, hold space key, fast forward. Weak spots, firing truth bullets, we know that. Quick select, truth flashback. Target a weak spot, then hold down the left mouse button. Okay.
There was no time...
Wait, do I have to hold down on the other one?
Wish you'd taken me with you.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird
Like
before
that.
we found the
Hold
body.
down the left mouse button.
But he was acting weird.
Oh.
Did you get the left and right confused?
You're presented with the opportunity to check
You
out
dumb
this
fucking
girl's
idiot.
locker room.
You absolutely take it. That's a natural reaction for any guy.
No one's gonna let you.
Lyzi! No, hang on, I'm sorry. What happened?
I don't know.
It is midnight, so it is getting late.
It's not even that. I'm not tired yet. It's just, for some reason. Because, like, I've been using the left button to shoot him, so it just naturally made sense that, okay, this button, use shoot. The other button, use hold. I was trying to hold down the button that I thought was hold, and it's like, no. And it's like,
I had to make sure you were doing it right. Yeah, like you hold down. You even asked me. It's the left mouse button, right? It's like, yes, hold it down.
Yeah, like,
It's okay. Just wanted to give you shit. You're doing great. You're doing really good on your own, actually. But your reasoning's still too weak.
So is my sense of direction.
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead.
Look,
Show us.
I'm pointing to the right.
And Taka's just over there. Quit impersonating me. What's with Byakuya's attitude? It's like he doesn't even care. I'm cornered, but he's acting like it has nothing to do with him.
What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
Just proof. Differences between this case and the other Genocide Jack murders. Evidence that proves Byakuya is responsible is hidden there. What could it be? Okay. Library desk lamp. Oh yeah, he moved the thing.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again?
No.
When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
That's true.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right. It absolutely was.
No, it was...
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
Okay, so I'm assuming that's the one I have to
somebody
review.
else must have had it hidden away somewhere.
The proof that Byakuya did is hidden within the rope. I guess it's possible at first. The item she had been bound with was used like rope, but was it actually rope? No, it wasn't. Byakuya didn't use rope, he used a very specific object.
The secret is in the rope. Quickly, get the rope. We have to unravel it.
I want to kill, and I use those same scissors.
But Chihiro, it was some kind of rope.
That's right. It absolutely...
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
No,
Shut the fuck up, Byakuya.
It looked like you were about to hit it just above the weak spot.
I was aiming ahead so it wouldn't do that.
Actually,
Smart.
I'm pretty sure you have seen it before.
Dumbass.
Because you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
What? An extension cord?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time?
It was
went
your
missing
extension cord.
after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
Then Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
You're not that great at imagining, Taka. Sit down.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this?
Like, he wears this uniform 365 days a year.
What you
I
mean,
killed
365 days a
Chihiro in the
week?
girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally
Oh wait, that won't make sense
made it
because I
look
was
like
off camera.
Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
So what you're hearing is true. Byakuya intentionally fucked up the murder scene. Or the scene of the crime.
Yeah.
Intentionally.
He's doing it again. He's totally calm, remaining totally unconcerned.
Mom! He's looking at me funny!
Look at his forehead wrinkles again, as if he's not even involved. Wait, not even involved?
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
Trying to comprehend what that...
We kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Is that how gamers speak?
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second?
I really have to go to the bathroom.
I was just about to make that joke, too.
I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Quick, follow me to the bathrooms.
Alright, do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
Yeah. Yes, we do need to talk about it more.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
Wait, what was that just now? Something's not right. Chihiro's body was definitely found in the girls' locker room, but does that mean... Can I really just accept what Byakuya said as the truth? No, I don't think so. There's definitely something off about what he said. The scene of the crime. Right?
Or as you called it a few episodes ago, the crime of the scene. But correct!
I got it!
I forgot about that.
You killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right?
That made me laugh. But
Are
yes,
you
you're right.
sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
It took place in the boys' room. The stuff was all switched around. Chihiro was murdered in the boys' room.
Also,
how disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown.
well, I'm just gonna say it because you're right. Yeah. That's the thing about it. It took place in the boys' locker room. Especially when you look at the posters.
Yeah, like, there was too much swapped. It was definitely in the boys' room.
Yep.
What kind of question is that
She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene? That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all
We
that.
caught him off guard!
I believe
yes!
I do.
Bay caught me off guard.
I believe I do. Hey, Byakuya, did you just...
Fart?
Did I just take you off guard? When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Byakuya, who'd been so confident up till now, maybe Byakuya never even realized the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Hey, don't just move on without permission! What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Evidence that shows the murder took place somewhere else. There's something that was switched between the boys' and girls' locker rooms. It was the posters. Also, the rugs!
I got it! The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big-boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange?
Taka, please say something.
Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
I want to hear Taka say something about this.
Meanwhile,
I can't
the
remember if he
boys' locker
does.
room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong.
The boy band
in
where
the
everyone's
boys'
dressed
locker
like
room.
magicians. Like
Like, the reason why I want to hear Taka say something about it is because I want him to talk about how it's inappropriate for school.
So you're saying
I want him to
that
flip the
maybe
fuck out over a big
posters
boob
were staged?
supermodel.
And there's one other
It'd be
thing
funny.
I noticed about the locker rooms.
I just want to hear Taka talk.
You know
Yes!
what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
No, it's not that the stain was scrubbed away. It was moved!
Yes, sir.
Yeet!
I got it!
You're on a roll, Lizzie.
The stain on the
I have to
girls'
make up
locker room
for
carpet
The
wasn't
left and
scrubbed
right
away.
mishap.
Yes.
In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think?
What?
In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the
Crime scene
bloodstained
photo.
poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
I don't fucking know. That is the question.
Alright, so we're gonna end it right there. I know it's right in the middle of all the good stuff, but we gotta keep this episode kind of shortish. It's already been almost an hour.
Yeah.
So next episode's gonna be on LyziNoPo's channel. Go ahead and subscribe to her, and go over to her channel and just show her some love.
Yes, please.
Check it out. And remember, when you get onto YouTube, hit the left mouse button to click, not the right. The right will open up a separate dialogue window. Do not hit the right button. Hit the left button on the subscribe button.
You know which finger you should use to make sure you click the left mouse button? Bye, guys.
Bye.